We're here at Snetterton circuit in Norfolk for round 5 of the Bennetts British Superbike Championship. But a few weeks off since a sensational round in Knock Hill, and we moved to the very east of England at Snetterton circuit. A real spiritual home of British motorsport. It's been going for 60 years. Snetterton boasts some of the fastest straights that we race at in the championship, punctuated by now lots of twists and turns. Snetterton circuit has had 3 big major configurations. When it first started, it was essentially the airfield perimeter road that took the cars and bikes almost halfway to Norwich and back again. Tommy is in fighting form. Enter TITO RABAT, Lammy OMG Racing. Gone from strong at Knock Hill to just having a torrid time. Danny Buckham, bad memories from last year. It involved Ryan Vickers. It's the Quattro Group Race of Aces, and this weekend the Aces will be flying high. Snetterton first started life in a very different genre. It was home for the American USAF during the Second World War, where the brave men took off and sadly never returned. They were the aces of that period to be replaced by the aces of this period, and that is motorsport people, cars and bikes, the greats have driven here, Jim Clark and Jackie Stewart on cars, and in bikes, the annual Race of Aces, a title that we brought back for the British Superbike Championship a few years ago, that has a trophy list that is a who's who of world motorcycle racing. Barry Sheene, Phil Reed, Mike Hailwood, and to add to that list, the current superstars of the Bennetts British Superbike Championship. Snetterton circuit has had 3 big major configurations. In 2010, Jonathan Palmer, the circuit owner, got out his pen and paper and, without the help of any computers whatsoever, devised the Snetterton 300 circuit. 300 is a kind of a strange name for it, but it's basically 3 miles long, packs in 12 corners, lots of twists and turns, and unlike a lot of the other championship venues, almost no elevation at all. In many ways, it's quite a European style circuit. And on that introduction, enter TITO RABAT.
Hello, I'm TITO RABAT and I'm riding for Macam's Yamaha.
The 2014 Moto2 World Champion had a brief taste of Bennetts British Superbikes last year at probably the quirkiest track we go to, Thruxton Circuit, on the tag Honda. Didn't really gel, did Cadwell, probably got his head fried, had a Spanish Superbike Championship to win the next week. Judy went and won that. Last weekend he was in Britain for the World Superbike Championship at Donington Park.
I just decided last week when I have to go to race direction and pay the one fine in the race direction in FP3 in Superbikes, and I see Stuart, and there we speak, and he said,
"Hey Tito, I suppose you fancy riding a Yamaha?"
"Tito, I have a good bike for you." I say, "If it's good, I go."
A handshake and a couple of WhatsApps with his manager, and he finds himself in Norfolk just a few days later.
I found it's always a nice feeling when you arrive in nice bike, nice team, nice place to ride fast and show your potential. To be honest, I feel already friendly with the bike since the first start. Also with the team, we arrived to the top of my possibilities very fast. This means that it's good because we are in the good shape. But then we are improving now, little setups, we are working with the team, we are knowing the team, and we are understanding every time better, and this is growing up, and to be honest, I'm living a good weekend.
Not only that, he managed to get himself on the front row for the first race yesterday. Was riding strongly before he had his real first taste of Bennetts British Superbike action, which was, frankly, borderline out of control. Tommy Bridewell giving him a taste of the bomb hole.
Bridewell did make his move. Oh, down he came, and he's made contact on the approach to the bomb hole with TITO RABAT. How have they both stayed up?
I have no idea how they both stayed up. That was so potentially dangerous, was that.
Fast forward now to today's races, and we've come off the back of a sensational race. It was a race of 2 halves with Beer Monster Ducatis, Glenn Irwin getting a run of it, but then Josh Brooks, FHO Racing BMW, coming. And in a 12-lap race, managed to get himself P2, nibbling away with Jason O'Halloran, who pipped Glenn Irwin, but Tommy is in fighting form.
We kind of come out Friday strong and just kept the ball rolling and just not got too caught up with anything, just kept their head down. We've done some hard work, mind, this weekend. The plan was always to do a lot more laps than we perhaps would normally try to do, just because to generate more and more data, it gives the guys a lot more time and a lot more reference to look through of an average. Very easy to do 4 or 5 laps and then go, you know, oh, the bike's doing this, the bike's doing that, but it's very difficult to actually even remotely get a couple of laps similar to riding, braking and all that. So yeah, done a lot of laps a weekend and it's paying off.
Round 5 of the Bennetts British Superbike Championship, live from Snetterton in Norfolk. The sprint race is on the way. The front row is ready. The green flag waves at the back. That means we're ready to go racing. Eyes on the lights, top left corner, and away we go. Good start from O'Halloran from pole position. Really good start, in fact. TITO RABAT is falling back a bit. Leon Haslam aggressive on the start, number 91. Elbows already with Brooks, but it's O'Halloran that leads into turn 1. Couple of riders going quite wide into Richie. So Glenn Irwin, number 2, leads. Where's Tommy Bridewell? Has he fallen back quite a few places? Yes, he has.
Maybe 7th, maybe.
This is so impressive from TITO RABAT.
I know.
It really is. Here comes his teammate, though, up the inside. He's got to make this one clean, and it is tight through here, but he makes it through. O'Halloran on RABAT. He moves up to 2nd. The Yamaha will sing around Coram Curve. It was a bit wide on entry from Irwin, and that allows O'Halloran through.
Look at that Ducati. Just blast past the Yamaha on the straight, and that's what you're looking at.
On lap 3 of 12 here, it's Glenn Irwin that leads from the 2 McCabe's Yamahas. As we look all the way back to 14th place, and Kyle Ride, who was 2nd in the championship, gone into this one. Bridewell did make his move. And he's made contact on the approach to the pole with TITO RABAT. How have they both stayed up?
I have no idea they both stayed up. That was so potentially dangerous, was that.
There is Josh Brooks now making shapes to try and find a way past Danny Kent. There is TITO RABAT just regrouping after the drama a few laps ago. Oh, Bridewell here is looking at the move. Lovely. He shaped that up all the way around Coram Curve.
That's what I'm saying. That's what he's able to do. He's a really clean rider, is Tommy.
Iden looking for his first podium on 2023. Here comes a move from Josh Brooks. That was more than a lunge and a little bit of contact. That 9 of 12. And Josh Brooks is trying to shape up a move here. Can he get into the slipstream and make it happen at the end of this back straight? Here he comes now, Josh Brooks, number 25, and through. He's up into 3rd place. O'Halloran's off the podium. Out front, though, it is still Tommy Bridewell, but he's coming under pressure from his teammate here. Glenn Irwin now getting into the slipstream of Tommy Bridewell, and now they're side by side on the approach into Brundle. Can he get the bike to stop? Tommy Bridewell with the pole position in the next race, but will he take top spot in the race? We start the final lap of the race. He's going to have a look up the inside. No, he's not. Really late.
He's looking to cut back now. That's what we're doing.
Brooks is now getting into the picture as well. It's all going to happen on the back straight, James.
Yes, it is, yeah. If there's going to be a chance, they have to set it up now.
Who wins this one? Is it Irwin? Is it Bridewell? Or is it going to be bad boy Josh Brooks? They head on to the back straight now. Bridewell's into the slipstream of Glenn Irwin. Brooks doesn't look close enough right at this particular stage, but he might pop his nose out in a moment. But he's on the left there. Bridewell attacks. Bridewell goes up the inside. They're both a little bit wide, especially Irwin, and that's not held off Josh Brooks as well.
Yeah, great move by Bridewell. What's Brooks going to do now?
Josh Brooks will surely have a look, but it looks like Tommy Bridewell's to lose. Around Coram Curve, they're not close enough to have a go at Tommy Bridewell. What a move that was, into Brundle corner. And is it good enough to hold on to victory? Brooks has a look up the inside, down into Morris for 2nd. And he makes it as well. The checkered flag is out. Oh, and it looks like Irwin might be challenged for 3rd. He is. Bridewell wins a brilliant race at Snetterton.
Ah, what a race that was.
Fast forward now to today's races, and we've come off the back of a sensational race. Lots of strong post-race one rhetoric, in my opinion, perhaps a little too much, but Tommy's Tommy. But it's really set the scene for race 2 today. And with the slightly longer race distance of 16 laps, I'd say that Josh Brooks, if he carries on the form from yesterday, he will be the formidable threat.
You know, every race we go into, we want to try and be competitive and be strong and be faster than the rivals, you know, but that's not always possible.
And what of everybody else? Ryan Vickers, local hero, perhaps overwhelmed by the fact that he only lives just a few miles up the road, had a pretty difficult time yesterday.
Yeah, so the weekend here at Snetterton started off really well. Friday was a great day, P4 in both sessions, P4 in a combined. Really happy, pace was really good, did some fast lap times, right with the guys. Saturday, FP3 all went well. Qualifying, I crashed, you know, had a little mistake. I wanted to get out and get some clear track in front of me. There's loads of people looking for a toe and it just messed my rhythm up. Got a bit frustrated. Got a little bit of a gap, not much, and then tried to push my fastest lap on my first flying lap. Silly mistake, lost the front Agostini's, probably a little bit of cold tyre, just a little bit cooler anyway. So yeah, unfortunately I was 18th on the grid. And then due to the crash, we had a mechanical in race 1. I had to retire from the race.
Christian Hidden, building on that Knock Hill momentum. Strong finish, but was well and truly given a wake-up call by Josh Brooks going into Oggies. But he's definitely on this returning regular pace that we know that Christian could achieve.
I'm Steve Rogers and I own McCann's Yamaha. The problem with the Ducati is, and the BM is very fast as well, the problem is if they get in front of you, they sort of hold you up through the turn where you're really fast, and then down the straight, obviously they pull away. So obviously you saw Glenn on the first lap, the first couple of corners, you know, his main priority was to stop Jason getting in the front and getting a little bit of a gap, because once we can get a gap, we can do the lap time and then we can just ease away.
We had a good start on Friday, felt pretty comfortable straight away, worked through some settings and yeah, felt good. Moved into Saturday, managed to get pole position. Always nice to start on pole, it's always it's not a big thing, but it's nice to get a pole position. And then yeah, moved into the race yesterday afternoon and managed to get a podium. So yeah, really happy with the weekend so far.
It's very difficult to get somebody to jump onto a superbike in BSB and do a job. You know, it's very difficult. Spoke to quite a few. We ended up speaking to Tito, and he was probably the most enthusiastic.
This is good for this because you have different type of bikes. Tracks are narrow, are fast, but at the same time you can manage to go with big bikes, with big group, and fight and be close. And this is the top of racing.
Do you know what? He's world champion. You know, he can ride a motorbike. Our motorbike's good, we know it is. The team's really good. Give him a go, and you know, he's done a fair job so far this weekend.
I was able to keep pushing on late in the race when the others looked like they were starting to slow up. I was able to, you know, confidently make an overtake on the last lap, on the last corner. So it showed, you know, good promise for today's races.
We're in a good position, and the good thing is after morning warm-up, there's quite a clear direction where I feel like we can make a good step forwards for the race. Obviously, with getting the win yesterday was obviously mega, and then 2 more today, so that's the plan.
We're at Snetterton in Norfolk, readying ourselves for race 2, and if it's anything like yesterday, we're in for an absolute barnstormer. Tommy Bridewell, the championship leader and race winner yesterday, will start from pole position, and I cannot wait for this, James. Eyes on lights, away we go. Good start there from all on the front row. Christian Hidden got away well also, number 21 on the Ducati from row 2 as they charge down towards Richie's corner for the first time. It's Brooks on the BMW that leads from Glenn Irwin, and Tommy Bridewell back, and a good start for him as well. He's up to 4. Across the line then to complete lap 1, it is Bad Boy Brooks that leads from Glenn Irwin. No, that's Ryan Vickers. Oh, it's his home round here at Snetterton, and nightmare. So far it's been an absolute nightmare. And Christian Hidden again, he's got a lot of speed here.
You haven't seen him at the front that much.
Is he going to have another look up the inside here? No. He did it last lap. No, not again. Leon Haslam now making a move on. Kyle Ride on the start-finish straight. That's spawned 8th place. Hidden thought about a move. Oh no, what's happened there? Glenn Irwin it is that's in 2nd, and now chasing the Halloran. Yeah. Starting to warm up in 3rd.
He's got a bite. Oh, look at that. Beautiful the way the Yamaha just rails around there. And that is one of the points on the track that Glenn Irwin said he's having issues with. Corner, big long corner, quite bumpy.
Good stuff then. We've got Brooks on the BMW who leads from Jason O'Halloran on the McCann's Yamaha.
Yeah, but watch this.
Blasting past him is going to be Glenn Irwin. Look at the power of that Ducati. O'Halloran's got the inside line though into Ritchie's, but he's not able to get through on Irwin. Round Coram curve once more then.
Yeah, as usual, the Yamaha hold the line right up.
Oh, he's going for it. That's lovely. Gorgeous move.
Beautiful.
Gorgeous move from Jason O'Halloran. Now he's got his clear air, but can he hold on to the lead?
I don't think he can. I think that Brooks and maybe
This
Glenn
could be a
as well
double
is gonna
slipstream here.
Yeah, that's the thing. Look,
Just like a hot knife through butter. No, he couldn't find a way through. Just see behind there, Glenn Irwin shaping up a move on Brooks and does make it into Wilson. That's Peter Hickman out of the race. Red flags are out here. You see there, Danny Buchan looked like he was in considerable pain. We're ready to go then in a restarted BSB Race 2 at Snetterton. Race 2, 8 laps coming up. Good start from Brooks and O'Halloran from pole. They all make it round Wilson Corner though, up to Palmer now. It's Brooks from O'Halloran, from Leon Haslam in third. Wide there from Josh Brooks, and contact between him and Jason O'Halloran and Agostini's. Through then goes Leon Haslam, because O'Halloran lost all momentum, but both very lucky to stay on board. Cross the line then to complete another lap. Here he comes.
Yeah.
Up the inside, neatly done there. Oh, it looks like Danny Kent there, but up the inside of Glenn Irwin. So Glenn Irwin, something that's happened to him in Brundle and Nelson. It's a good second off yesterday's pace. Here comes O'Halloran.
O'Halloran.
Up the inside. Oh, he has to back out of that one though. And it looked like there might have been contact there between O'Halloran and Glenn Irwin. And Irwin's not having any of it. Back through goes Irwin. Nearly clattering into Leon Haslam. This is getting a bit scrappy for Irwin.
Danny Kent trying to do a bit of mugging as well.
And now just winding up the gears here. Bridewell looks like he's home and dry, 1.7 seconds up, but who joins him on the podium? Here comes Leon Haslam though. Will he have a nibble at Josh Brooks? He's got the inside line. He's going to have a look, but he's not late enough on the brakes, and Irwin can't get through either.
I think he is past, is he not?
No, oh, he is now. He gets up alongside and squeezes out Jason O'Halloran.
This isn't over though. Jason's really good round Corams, and here we go.
Jason O'Halloran is making that move. He's got the inside line. They make their way round to Murray's here. O'Halloran has got Irwin. Haslam decides to stay put. Irwin attacks again on Jason O'Halloran, and that should be enough. But what a ride from Tommy Bridewell. Double delight for Bridewell. He wins. Another one here at Snet.
Double win here at Snetterton is brilliant. I love the feeling of winning races in doing it for the Beer Monster PBM Ducati team, because the infrastructure, the funding, everything they put in behind is what they deserve. So credit to them. Extending the championship lead as well is obviously the main target. But like my crew chief and my whole crew, my side say, you know, look, the battle is short, the war is long, and we're here for the war. But I refer to poker. You show your hand. I've showed my hand twice to them all now. They know what to expect. They know my pace. I think they're all going to be bringing their A game for the last one, so I think it'll be an entertaining race to watch.
For the final race of the weekend here in Snetterton, Norfolk, round 5 of Bennetts British Superbikes for 2023. Tommy Bridewell on the hunt for his first ever British Superbike treble. In fact, if he wins this race here, it'll be the first time he's won more than 3 races in a single season. And we're not even halfway through yet. Who wins this one? Race 3 coming up in Snetterton. Oh, that was a good start from Ryan Vickers. Really, really good from the lights going out. Number 7, and he's surely going to lead going into turn 1, and does. There'll be a nice little roar and rumble of applause.
There will.
For the local rider.
Can't ride him, bother.
Yeah, that was a bit messy and scrappy there further back, wasn't it? On the start, finished straight and through has got Brooks as well. But on the comeback, Ryan Vickers locks it back up the inside.
Again, he's going to go wide again. There you go.
He has gone wide again, and then once more Ryan Vickers goes through.
Ah, that's Peter Hickman. What a diss. And Franco Bourne.
Vickers just about holding on here. He's scrapping properly here with Josh Brooks. Brooks has got the inside line though. Into Nelson. You're not going to cut back at the bomb hole though. So we come across the line then to start lap 3. It's Brooks from Vickers and Tommy Bridewell. Leon Haslam has gone up ahead of Glenn Irwin as well. As there you can see Bridewell trying to get through on Vickers. Oh, that was close between Brooks and Vickers on the exit of Wilson. And through goes Tommy Bridewell as a result. That was a nice move from Glenn Irwin.
Yes, it was.
So they're all in line as they head onto the start-finish straight to begin lap 4. There is Leon Haslam now coming out of the slipstream of Ryan Vickers, and Vickers might just slip like another place here, and does. Up to 4th for Haslam. roaring down towards Agostini's Glenn Irwin. Fancy to go at his teammate here. The door was wide open, and through goes Glenn Irwin. Ooh, that's wide from Irwin. That's wide from Irwin, and through goes Leon Haslam.
Yeah, and cuts him off as well. That's what you do, you let it drift right out. Nah, no, but he has got back.
All aiding Josh Brooks out front. This might give an opportunity here to both Haslam and Tommy Bridewell. Through they come on the approach now into Richie's corner, but they can't outbreak the Northern Irishman. As it stands, Bridewell would take 19 points into Brands Hatch ahead of Glenn Irwin, with Josh Brooks just 25 points down. As you see there, confirmation of those identical fastest laps of Bridewell and Vickers. Let's see how we fare now as we cross the line, because these guys have all bunched up together again. Over the line to start that 10 of 16. That's Danny Kent's sister holding out what looks to be some sort of tub with app written on it. Oh, was that? Who was that on circuit just then? Into turn, it's Josh Brooks!
Josh Brooks, your leader.
Josh Brooks, I thought I saw someone sitting up. There's a mechanical for Brooks. Oh, the race leader. What has happened here? Is this the opportunity now then for Tommy Bridewell as he gets into the slipstream of Glenn Irwin? Glenn Irwin potentially going a bit defensive here. Tommy Bridewell got the outside line. Will Irwin get that stopped? He was carrying a lot of speed there.
Wide,
he has, but he's held his line and he goes through. But Bridewell now going to pull up alongside him on the approach to the bomb hole. Oh, they're not giving an inch here. Tommy Bridewell through on the bomb hole of Glenn Irwin.
Classic stuff that you knew as soon as he put the brakes on, it was all out of shape for Glenn Irwin going down the end of the straight, and that cost him.
Now it's on. Now it is on. Tommy Bridewell then out front, and Glenn Irwin is going to go up the inside, into there, into Murray's, and Leon Haslam's now inching closer as well.
Yeah, because they're holding each other up, and Ryan Vickers, and he will have a go.
Oh, these two are not giving up here. Here comes Tommy Bridewell again. Lap 15 of 16. Bridewell's got the inside line into Richie's, but closing the door there, Glenn Irwin. Through goes Ryan Vickers in third as well. Now the race is heating up.
Yep, Haslam got mugged there.
The beer monster Ducati's doing battle, and Irwin's well wide, and through goes Vickers as well. This is brilliant. Great racing here now. He's gone back through on Ryan Vickers, and he gets his fishing rod out for his teammate again.
Here comes Ryan Vickers again, nearly clips the back end of Glenn Irwin.
Oh, there goes Leon Haslam up the inside of Vickers. Bridewell on for the treble, leads over the line for the final lap of the race. Tommy Bridewell at the moment, he's got a good 4-5 bike lengths here. So, into the bomb hole. We've just got a couple of corners left on the final lap here. It's the beer monster, Ducati's going at it, and he's getting a bit closer here, Glenn Irwin. Does Bridewell take a defensive line? Is Glenn Irwin going to go for it anyway? No, he knows that Bridewell's gone for it. It's going to be a drag to the line. The checkered flag is out. Here comes Glenn Irwin into the slipstream. Will he mug him on the line? Is it a photo finish? It's Bridewell who does the treble here at Snetterton from Glenn Irwin and Leon Haslam. I can imagine that that's given Paul Bird kittens.
Yeah, honestly, I can't be unhappy. Yesterday was a disaster. We had a lot of little gremlins. We're making the steps that's needed to be, and I had a really good battle. Still can't fight like I want, but we'll make the steps needed going into Brands.
Really happy with the result. You know, to come away with second. Tommy's done a fantastic job all weekend, and he has had that something. Tommy said it at Knockhill, and I think I'll have to repeat it to him now. He won the battle, but it's about the war. And I was the King of Scotland. He's the King of, where are we, Norfolk? Yeah, so we'll give him, he's King of Race of Aces champion, whatever. So this, we'll meet in the middle. The middle, Brands can be the decider for the first half of the year.
To get my first ever triple win is something that I've dreamt of for a long, long time. We most definitely do not get complacent, my side of the garage. I said to Paolo, my crew chief, that look, we've won 2 races on the trot. I feel brilliant, the bike's working phenomenal, but let's keep our feet on the ground. If I can win this race, I will. If second, third, fourth is what's there, then we need to accept it. And I won the ace of races of aces. I'm no good at poker, I'm no good at gambling at all. I always seem to lose, so I'll keep it in my pocket.
really beginning. About a triple win. And it's the beginning that maybe we can aim to something really happens. And I should say, a little bit of smack talk yesterday from me to Glenn, but we are aggressive.
Hey guys, I hope you've enjoyed this episode. We will see you at Brands Hatch.
Glenn Irwin, what a shame. Whoa! Oh, they're side by side, and Brad Ray now leads into Hawthorns. Race 1 into Halloran's.
That's going to be looking the oldest that.
Jackson's gone down. Oh, that is a fine win, Mackenzie. The McCash Yamahas are side by side.